Hello, my name is Anton Vieltsin. I'm a criminal defense attorney here in San Diego. I do both state and federal work. Today I'm going to explain how to fill out a bond packet in order to get one of your loved ones released from federal custody. This particular video will focus on the paperwork that's used in the Southern District of California in federal court, but other federal facilities and federal courts function similarly and use similar paperwork. After being arrested, an individual will have a detention hearing, at which time a federal judge will set certain conditions of release. Now, the judge might go a couple different ways. He or she might set an OR release, she may deny bond completely, or she'll set certain conditions, and if those conditions are met, the person will be released from federal custody. After the detention hearing is finished, you will receive an order and conditions of pretrial release. It looks something like this. And in section 11 and 12, the judge will explain exactly the type of bond that's being granted. Now, one of those bonds would be a personal appearance bond in certain amount of money. Now, these are usually the signature bonds, meaning you don't have to have that money in cash. You don't have to give it to the court itself. All you have to prove is that you have that amount, whether in savings or in a mutual fund, property, real estate works. Signature bonds are probably the most common bonds that we see here in the Southern District of California. As the name suggests, these bonds are secured by the surety's own signature. The judge will ask to have one or two sureties that will sign all of the paperwork. All of the paperwork can be found on my website. It can also be found online on the district court's website, but I will go through page by page where you need to sign and where do you need to initial. You will have two signatures and one initial. All the signatures have to be witnessed by whether you're an attorney or a notary. The first page is called Appearance Bond. On the left side, you see United States District Court. It looks something like this. And on the bottom here, it has two signatures, meaning there's two sureties. If the judge told you there's only one surety that's required, that's fine. Just leave one of those lines blank and sign on the other one. This page explains what it means to be a surety. Then you will need to fill out a surety addendum to appearance bond. This is a two-page document. The first one has your employment information, your real estate property that you own, where do you live, and other basic information about you. On the bottom here, there's an initial, just where it says surety, initial on the bottom. The second page to it is the affidavit by the owner of cash surety and justification of surety and surety agreement. Here on the bottom, you'll have to sign, print your name, and have it also witnessed by your attorney or a public notary. In order to have a complete bond packet, you need to fill out all the required paperwork, but you also need to attach some documents. Per each surety, you need to attach two forms of ID. This could be your driver's license and a passport, your driver's license and a social security card, but it needs to be two forms of ID per surety. If there's two sureties, you're going to have 4 different documents attached to your bond packet. After that, you need to show that you're a financially responsible adult. This means you're holding a job or you have other source of income. In order to show that, you can attach your last year's tax return, and you can attach the last 2 pay stubs, receipts that you've received from your employer. The federal judge likely set a bond amount. Like I said earlier, that amount does not have to be deposited with the clerk. All that means is you have to show that you have that amount of assets. If the judge, on the other hand, did say that there's a 10% deposit, you'll take that bond amount, take 10% of it, and deposit that with the clerk, or any other percentage of the bond. If this is simply a personal appearance bond in a certain amount, somehow you have to show those assets. If you choose to use real estate, you might provide documents of your mortgage documents, plus a printout of how much your property is worth today. Now, if you use, let's say, vehicles, you might add Kelley Blue Book's value of your car to show up how much it's worth. You can also use your 401k or other retirement plans. Just print out those documents that can show that amount of assets. Once you fill out all the paperwork, sign at the bottom and attach all the required documents to prove up your assets. 2 forms of ID per surety, like I said earlier. Your packet is complete. Go ahead and email it to your defense attorney. If you're one of my clients, go ahead and email it to me. I will walk it over to the prosecutor's office. They have to sign off on it. After that, I'll pick it up and I'll walk it over to the district judge. He or she will also have to sign off on it. The process usually takes about 1 or 2 days in order for the person to get released. But if everything goes smoothly and everything gets signed off in time, most of the time it's whether 24 hours or a little bit over that in order to get released from the marshal's custody. Hopefully this video helped you fill out the bond paperwork. If you have more questions, you're certainly welcome to go on my website, click around, there's instructions listed on how to fill it out. If it's easier for you to follow those, go ahead and do that. If you have any more questions, you can always call me. My number is 619-357-6677. I work here in the Southern District of California. Most other districts work very similarly. Like I said earlier, give me a call, utilize the website, and good luck to you.